Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway in Foxborough. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Durham. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Well, this defense for the Bucs, good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So we see it right here on the opening drive, throwing the football in these snowing conditions. Going to be very, very tough. You wonder if they're going to rethink the aerial attack going.
It will be interesting, and it'll be a debate because most of the quarterbacks that we know, they believe they can throw through anything. They don't care if it's rain, snow, it doesn't matter as long as they get a chance to throw the football. And I think a lot of coaches think that in these conditions, let's throw it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game. Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! A great play there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Evan McPherson for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 67 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, You lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Purdy. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
Off-play action. Harrington. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask?
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So the Patriots coming out now. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move, and maybe...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because Only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check smash, check smash.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to stretch out their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He was intercepted on that last drive, the 3rd one he's thrown in this first half alone. He'll look to right the ship here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Durham, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Purdy. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Purdy. Toward the pylon, caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in right around the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And thus far the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Back to throw. Harrington. That is caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake. Harrington. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Throwing here, Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is... And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision. In which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And shoves him off at the 20. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll run on first down. Durham. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll keep it on the ground again here. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout. And this sequence won't do any favors to his rushing totals as they get him behind the line again. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They go play action here. Purdy. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season, but that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2, you get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Bucs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
On first down, it's Purdy. Oh, and that is incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, roll.
Up the middle they go. Durham. And he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Purdy. His throw incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. On first down, Durham, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's caught by Durham. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now a give, right side. Durham. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Durham, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play, had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Off play action. Harrington. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Johnson, the man in motion right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Let's go now.
Here's third and a few inches. Off the play fake. Harrington. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And now here's another interception. Now he's loose down the left sideline. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bucs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Play action. Now Purdy. And my goodness, another interception. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They run with Cunningham. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off play action. Harrington. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England trying to get to place on offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Purdy to throw it on first down. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Purdy will look to throw again here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him. Taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback, and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and they will remain well behind.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game, well decided a long time ago.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And the hook up to Brown. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready? 70 Rangers.
Off the play fake. Harrington. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England's offense set to go.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
Let's go.
On first down, Purdy.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Purdy from the gun. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Ready, set. 19 Lions. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Buccaneers, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl